Drage gledalke in gledalci, lepo pozdravljeni v oddaji Verjamem. Danes zelo posebna oddaja, saj sta naša gosta iz tujine, ki sta ustanovila eno izmed bolj uspešnih podjetij na svetu, Success Resources. Jaz lepo pozdravljam. I say hello to you, Veronica, and Richard. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello. I'm very happy to be here.
Me too. Is this your first time in Slovenia?
My second time.
Okay.
This is my first time to your beautiful country.
And why you decided to come in Slovenia? Why is the reason?
Well, we have a program tomorrow right here in this hotel here, and that's the reason. That's the official reason I'm here. Unofficial reason is because I heard that this is a beautiful place. I won't want to miss the opportunity to have this experience in this beautiful place.
And you like it, Ljubljana?
Very much.
This is wonderful. I mean, if we come from a hot and sunny place,
Yes.
and to experience snow, and to be able to experience the warm. Even though it's cold, but the people here are very warm and wonderful. So it's a wonderful experience when we were walking around in the square yesterday. It was wonderful.
Super, I like it. So, Richard, can you tell us a little more about yourself, about your childhood, how you start your work?
Well, I'm a second generation Singaporean. My father immigrated to Singapore when China wasn't when it became under communists, and it was occupied by the Japanese. There was no food on the table, right? So he heard about a place quite south of China where if you go there, if you work, there are opportunity and you can put food on the table. So he was there, and he was the first generation. I was the second generation. Now, we don't speak English at that time, but we have a very good government or a leader in Singapore that emphasized the importance of speaking English. His name is called Lee Kuan Yew. He graduated from Cambridge in UK, and he insists that Singaporean must speak English, and that was like the best decision he has made. But at that time, nobody understand because we are ethnic Chinese. We want to speak Chinese, but he says, "Hey, you guys, you have to speak English," and that decision enabled Singapore to be very competitive. We attract lots of business coming to Singapore because Singaporeans speak good English, and I was fortunate to be in that era where Singapore grew to be what we are today. And with the opportunity in Singapore, with the education in Singapore, Singapore, even though is a very small place, but we don't have natural resources, and Singaporean tends to travel a little bit more to grow their business. And I'm fortunate that I'm able to go around the world and promote education through Success Resources. That's a little bit about where I'm coming from.
I heard that your first business in 1993, and it was your own business, Success Resources. Is that true?
Yeah, my first business was not Success Resources. I joined together with a friend to run a chemical business, but that didn't go well. Success Resources was another business. We started a little bit by accident. After that business got into trouble, I have a good friend, and that good friend volunteered me to help in a non-profit organization, and that non-profit organization, I was there to help and to support as a volunteer. At the end of the conference, somebody came to me and said, "Hey, Richard, you seem like a good organizer. Why don't you do it full time?" So I said, "Why not? I haven't got a job, and I do it full time from that day to today." I got into just a little bit by accident.
By accident. I believe that you have a lot of life and business lessons. What did you learn from this experience in your life?
Well, I have mean, I could go on and on the lessons because every day, every one of us are learning and growing. So I learned this one thing, that you don't have to know everything to start doing something. Yeah. So, and I'm an engineer by training. So my background is engineering. I'm quite a good engineer. I have absolutely no experience running a conference or running a seminar. So even though I do not have a formal training, or I do not have I work for anybody that run a conference or seminar, I went into the seminar business. So the first lesson is just that you don't have to know everything to start doing something. Now, many people, including here, like in Slovenia, there are many smart people, intelligent people and smart people. But many people are wanting to find out about everything before they jump into doing something. Yeah. Say for example, someone want to be a speaker. Say no, I can't. I have to go for a speaking class, speaking training. I got to make sure my language is. I'm good at my language before I start speaking. No, you don't have to do that. You just go and study it, and that taking action instead of finding out about everything before you start doing something. So that's one big lesson maybe I'd like to share with all your viewers here.
And we are very thankful for that. Today with us is your wife Veronica.
Yeah.
When you first meet each other?
I let her tell the story, because if I tell, it may not be the same, then I'm in trouble. So why don't you tell the story?
We met in the early 90s, same thing. As you heard earlier, Richard was volunteering in the organization. I was also one of those volunteer in that same organization, so that's where we start. We met, became good friends, and over time, because we all believe in doing the same thing. The organization is about promoting sales professionalism, believing yourself, having a right positive mental attitude. So I think we have a lot of common liking, similar thinking, which always put us together. And on top of that, we also believe in the same faith. We go to the same Bible study. So from there, we become good friends. And then we start to, we meet, we go out, we date, and then, of course, finally, we make a decision to...
Not we make a decision, I asked you to marry me.
He asked me to marry me, yeah, that's right.
And so you become his wife and the business partner.
Yes, that's right.
How would you describe your personal and business relationship?
Very simple. We run our business, our family like an army, military, So it's very simple. You have clear position, right? So I make him the general, and then I just be the major below him. And in the end, he makes all the general decision. I just make the major decision. So in that case, we don't argue, we don't fight.
You don't fight?
No.
Never? Richard,
No.
never?
I make all the general decisions, she make all the major decisions.
So in 1993, you start the business of Success Resources. You are together then?
Yes.
So you start together?
We started together.
And when you start, I read that the big congress was, the first big congress was in Hong Kong in 1995. Can you tell us a little bit more about this congress?
That was not like the first event, but that was the first event where we did not fill up the place. In fact, the first event was in Singapore. Yeah, and we have 5,000 people for the first event. That's the reason why just now I say that I have totally no experience, and I just go do it, right? And maybe it's a good thing that sometimes you don't listen to other people. You don't listen to other people, because the biggest seminar at that time in Singapore was like 600 over people. My seminar was 5,000. Now, if I have been learning from other seminar organizer, or if I have been to maybe a school that teach you how to run a conference and seminar, my my instructor or my teacher would say, hey, you know, no, you don't do the seminar for 5,000 people. You have to start small. Yeah? And but because I did not work for someone who, or work for a seminar company, or went through a proper training, nobody tells me, in fact, I don't know what I cannot do. If I have been to someone, they will tell me, no, you should not do this. Yeah. So the thing here is this, that you don't have to know everything to do something. The other thing is that just because other people cannot do it doesn't mean you can't do it. On the other way around, just because you can't do it means that other people cannot do it. Yeah. Just because you can't do it doesn't mean other people cannot do it. I mean, that's very important. Now, the Hong Kong is another episode. So at that year, we were running a seminar in a few countries: Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, and Hong Kong. Now, Singapore, because it's our home ground, it's quite easy to fill out the place. Malaysia was a full house. Philippines was a full house. But Hong Kong, we also booked a big stadium. But 4 weeks before the event, we have only got 300 people sign up for the program. But the Hong Kong stadium can take 6,000 people. But we only got 300 people to go for the program. So I have to make a decision whether to cancel the program or to go ahead. But at that time, I have never cancelled a program before, no experience cancelling program. But on the other hand, at that time, I was also not well. In fact, I got cancer. I was suffering from cancer. And I was, because I have to make the decision whether to cancel or to do something about it. So I asked my doctor, I said, hey, can I have your permission? I was going through chemotherapy, or asking my doctor whether I can be transferred to Hong Kong for my medical treatment, and at the same time I go and promote the event there. And he think that I'm a little bit crazy. He said, hey, Richard, do you know you have a critical illness, right? And you may die, or and why do you do that? But I was very persistent, and finally she allowed me to be in Hong Kong, to be treated in Hong Kong. Now, the reason why, Singapore at that time, our event in Singapore was full house, Malaysia was full house, Philippines was full house, because we have a good team of people. But the team that run the Hong Kong team wasn't really like a team. We have somebody from Hong Kong, somebody from Canada, somebody from Malaysia, and they don't talk the same language, and they are not really a team. They can't work together. So when they see me, when see the boss coming to Hong Kong and help them in a seminar, and the boss is also not well, just like Renata is not well today, but she's here. Yeah. I mean, like, wow, the boss is not well, and he's coming here to help us. And so they were kind of really, really motivated. They said, well, we have to really work as a team. And because we work as a team, at the end of it, in just 4 weeks, we were able to fill up the whole stadium with people, So now it's very, very important. The lesson here also is, as a leader, you must be willing to go further than your team. Now, I was willing to work even though I'm not well. Now, if you are, say for example, if you are a leader, and if you are only willing to work 5 hours a day, don't expect your team to work 8 hours. If you are only willing to work 8 hours a day, don't expect your team to work 9 hours. Now, your team will not be able to go further than you, right? Now, if you are a business owner, you set your goal. Say, my goal is to have a revenue of $3 million a year. Now, your team, don't expect your team to aim for 5 million or 10 million. Yeah, because if your goal is 3 million, your team will never aim for 4 or 5 million. If your goal is 5 million, your team will never go for 10 or 15 million. You must go further than your team. Yeah. Now, so let's say for example, if you are not willing to work with difficult people, don't expect your team to work with difficult people.
I agree with you. So, you think it is easier because your wife is your business partner? It is easier for you? No?
Say yes.
I can't say because she's next to me. But certainly, there is a lot of advantage working with somebody you love and you love and play together. But also, there may be also challenges, especially when you are close and then you are not able to communicate properly, and there are also other priority. But we work well. We work very, very well. Veronica, she's very strong in her relationship. She handle relationship with customer, with speaker, with staff very, very well. I'm a little bit more shy.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I will ask Veronica if this is the truth.
A little more shy. So because as an engineer, I plan and I do things a certain way system. So it does complement each other.
Okay. Veronica, is that true? What Richard said to us?
Yeah, it's true, definitely.
Have you heard the shy part?
Yep, it's true. As we keep saying, as leader, you need to have a lot of clarity for the team, and being together sometimes can be confusing, and who to say what and all that. So I still say that. So I always make him the head. He makes all the decision. He's a visionary and he's the idea person. And then we will just, I helped him to execute. I built team. I built partners and international relationship, all that, just to support. So in that way we complement each other very well. So we try not to be together doing the same things.
So today you are in Slovenia, but in May another workshop come in Slovenia too, MMI, the third time. Are you happy for that?
Yeah, absolutely. And the reason is because the Million MI Intensive, in my opinion, is one of the best wealth seminar that I know. It's very, very simple. In just 3 days, we condense the lessons, the wealth lesson that can help individual or businesses get more out of opportunity that they have and become more productive. So I'm very, very happy that this event is right here in Slovenia, because otherwise you have to fly all the way to London and to other part of Europe to learn. So we want to bring it close to the people so they can benefit the people more. It's a very powerful program.
So you want that workshops and some seminars all over the world?
Yeah, we run about 500 over seminars around the world in 30 countries and 70 cities. Yeah? So I'm very happy that to be able to be here in Slovenia to serve the people here with education.
And you have so many of the world's top speakers, which are the family of your business. How did you build so great relationships with these great top speakers?
I guess it is being able to deliver what you promise. Yeah, nobody will want to work with you if you cannot deliver what you promise. Now, not only deliver what you promise in like big commitment, but also small commitment. You got to do well. You got to over deliver on your small commitment. And somehow when you do well or you over deliver in small thing, bigger opportunity will come. Yeah. So Veronica and myself, we will work hard to make sure that we deliver what we committed, and then work pass around, and even my team, my whole company. This is our value, that we will deliver what we promise, and work will pass around, and other more established speaker will want to work with us. Yeah. So I think that's a very simple strategy. Yeah, people want to work with people that can deliver their commitment.
And how you see the woman in this business as a speakers? How you see the woman?
How I see women as a speaker.
Yes.
I think women in our business, women are better than men. And in this organizing of seminars business, we know that women are better than men because they can do multitasking. Yeah. Men can only do one thing at a time, but women can do this, can do this, and women are more approachable, right? They have a better organizing skill, better patience. So personally, I wouldn't want to offend any guys out there, but I feel that women are better in this job in a seminar business. Now, as a speaker, we want to see more women speaker. Right now, so as far as Success Resources is concerned, we are always looking for the best. It has got nothing to do with whether you are male or female. It has got nothing to do with your age. Now we have young speakers as young as 13 years old, right?
True.
13 years old speaking to thousands of people. Why? Because the 13-year-old boy has a message to deliver. So we do not separate between gender, age, or even race, right? Race, whether you have white skin, blue skin, yellow skin. So we want the best for our student and the participant. So if you are a woman and you can deliver lots of value in that particular subject, well, we want to welcome you and we want to work with you. Yeah, we will seek you out to speak in our seminar. If you are, the top priority is for our student. Yeah? So we want to give the best to our student, the best content, the best education for our student. And let me repeat again, it has got nothing to do with
Gender.
culture, gender, or age. Yeah.
Veronica, what is your opinion about the woman in the business to be a speaker?
Similarly, I have a lot of women I noticed getting more interested and willing to come forward to volunteer to speak. Definitely there is a place for women to be speakers on our stage, on big stages, as long as they have that message that they want to share. And coupled with what Richard said, as long as you can add value, we always make sure that we select the best right speakers to educate or to give value to our customers, our attendees, you see. So we welcome women to come forward, and definitely women has got a voice and they need to speak up. Yeah.
But they must be good.
Yeah.
Veronica and Richard, what is your mission in this world?
What is?
Your mission.
Okay, the two mission. One is the company's mission, right? The company's mission is to change life globally. Now through education, because we believe that education is the highest leverage. With education, those that don't have can have. With education, those that don't know can know. Now with education, everybody is equal. Yeah, with education, women can get a top job in a country. Men can get a top job in a country. With the right education, the best person can become, the successful entrepreneur or become president or prime minister of a nation. So education is very important. But for both of us, our mission for the next or our vision for the next couple of years is to inspire young people, to take over our place. Because we can't do this for the rest of our life. We want people like Renata, Nicholas, or my office staff. So we want to invest our time with them, so that they can be better than us and take over this mission of changing life. And that's what we want to do.
So where do you see your company in 5-10 years from today?
Well, we are embarking on many things. One of the things we want to embark is on technology. So we have done hologram. We have done hologram whereby you can see a speaker real time, but he's not physically there, right? Yeah. So we have brought like Tony Robbins,
Stephen Hawking.
yeah, in some events. So some of the best speakers or the best content provider, money cannot, you can't use money to invite them to speak, yeah, because they got other things priority in life, and no amount of money is enough to bring them to your stage. But if they don't have to fly to your stage, right, and if they can be at home, yeah, and then they can still deliver, and they might consider to be on to speak. So that's where we use hologram. So hologram, you can see, just like me, and I'm not actually physically here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah. So we are somewhere in Moscow actually now. So we are embarking on that. So I see that in 3 to 5 years time, we will embark on a lot of or leverage on technology to be able to deliver quality content to more people.
Veronica and Richard, we are finished with this interview. I would like to say thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I wish you all the best in personal and in business part, and I'm very grateful that you've been the part of story of TV show Verjamem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Drage gledalke in gledalci, jaz se vam zahvaljujem za vašo pozornost, se vidimo prihodnjič in vam želim en lep pozdrav.